It is true. I love that, man. Welcome back to the Lions Roundtable on a Thursday. It's officially game week, even though I think I said that Tuesday too. But today, it's our preview show. It's here. Football's here tonight. Cowboys, Eagles. I think most of America is rooting for the Cowboys, which is crazy. Like most people want to see them lose. Everybody roots for an upset. I'm always rooting for an upset. But
Right.
it's the Cowboys. And the Cowboys do a lot of goofy things. They just traded away Micah. We have a clip that King sent me, so I'm excited to watch that one. But we got a lot to talk about, man. And King, before we get into it, man, how are you doing?
Doing good, man. Ready to watch some football tonight. Ready for my Lions Sunday, man. And, after the fuel that Parsons just put out today, I can't wait to that game.
Yeah, I'm pumped to see that clip. Like, I want to hold it for a little bit though, because we may be getting another guest on. I want him to see it too, if that's the case. But I do think we should hop into some of the injuries. I'm going to grab some links here in the background. I think we should talk about a few of these injuries because the Packers sounds like they got some good news tonight. They got a couple of guys, or today, they got a couple of guys back to practice. Jaden Reed and Nate Hobbs both returned on Thursday. Micah continues to practice, even though it's been limited. They said Jaden Reed was dealing with a Jones fracture, which I'll be honest, I don't know what that means, but it does sound serious. So he's dealing with that, some sort of foot injury. And because of that injury, it was like, who's going to play slot for them? I asked Bass, the Packers guy, and he said that he didn't think Savion will really play because he's missed a ton of time too. So maybe Wicks takes some of those snaps. And then at corner, Nate Hobbs is actually a really big one because if he doesn't play, who they added this offseason, you assume they would play Valentine, who's kind of the guy that we typically see because Jair is never healthy. It's always Valentine. So it'll either be a familiar face or it'll be the new addition for the Raiders, which also, according to him, really hasn't participated at all to this point. Like he's missed most of the offseason activities, but he's one of their big gets, I would say, this offseason. So for the Lions side of thinking, I know you got some of the injury updates there, man. What are we looking at?
Sione Nowowski still out. Did not practice today, but Tesla is back and he's fine. He'll be ready to go for the game Sunday. Beautiful.
That's great news. That's great. Now, the Vaki one stinks. Now, so just to go right there real quick, because I'm going back home, just watching last year's game just to see what we did against them, just try to get a sense of like, was there something specific? And I definitely noticed how heavy the personnel was against Green Bay that first time. Like so many tight ends. We utilized a lot of tight ends in that game. But all the talk this offseason, King, has been about how John Morton using two backs. And I'll be honest, I didn't see it when I was at camp. Like I didn't really notice it. I mean, it was a talking point. I never really noticed it. I know in the past we kind of dabbled in it, like Gibbs would line at receiver and we'd do some jet stuff with him, but that was kind of it. But it does give me the sense that if the Lions go back to what they've done in the past, instead of putting two tight, like instead of them going Brock and Sam heavy, or especially when they go three tight ends, maybe the wrinkle is, hey, we're gonna go two backs instead. We're just going to go two backs instead of two tight ends. And that'll be the matchup we try to find. And as the dog pushes my camera around. But that's the one thing I think we could see different. It's why I wanted to see Vaki for the passing game specifically. But I think it could be more advantages than what Brock Wright adds specifically in the passing attack. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, man. As far as it goes with practice, especially public practice, they're not really going to show much. It's almost like a college team out there. You won't get a chance to see it. You know what I'm saying? Closed-in private practices are probably where they're practicing these things. A lot of the things that Ben Johnson did, we never seen before. So like I said, they keep that stuff contained and keep it covered up. I think they really are going to do it with the double back sets, man, and I can't wait to see that. But yeah, I was really looking forward to seeing Vaki get out there and get some run and, get an opportunity out there. Vaki is very versatile. He's a Swiss Army knife player, man. I wanted to see him go out there and do whatever he could. Most likely you're going to get the special teams returns and everything. You might get, do you think there's a chance you see Stewart out there?
As kick returner?
Yeah.
100%. I think 100% he's going to be back there. I think 100%.
Yeah. So, like I said, I was looking forward to seeing Vaki back there with a guy like Stewart, what I'm saying, on kickoffs. But, we got to wait. And, that's just what it is. I just want him to be 100% healthy so he can give us everything that he has, man. So, it's the Packers. It's the Packers. So, we'll be all right.
I do think though that like especially when Vaki is right, there's a real chance that they go Vaki and Craig. Like I think that has to at least be in their minds a little bit. But no, especially if there is no Vaki, I think Grant has to play. Like Grant has to be a returner because they've been so dedicated to doing it. Like I'm not saying I love it. They've been so dedicated to it, and they love. I mean, he's a team captain now, so dude's got to be out there. Was
Right.
there? Did you have some? Was there someone else that you're thinking like maybe they'll Dominic Lovett? Maybe. I mean, I think that would be exciting for him, but I don't know.
Maybe. They want to find some type of way to get him on the field, according to coach. So I don't know, man. You never know who we decide to, let get some shine out there. But like I said, whoever it is, man, I just want the Lions to stump the Packers at the end of the day.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
a lot of the younger faces, man, a lot of the guys that we want to see, that's cool. But at the same time, man, that video has just really got me reeling right now.
All right, we're gonna have to go to the video. Let's just go to the video. Let's go to the video. We got to see what they're talking about. So if you guys haven't seen this, King sent me this. Said Mike is talking crazy. So let's really find out how crazy he's talking. Let me turn this all the way up. Okay, it should be good. Right back.
Honestly, bro, I felt like Dallas and Detroit already had a rivalry. I already got that rivalry built up. Bro, I'm excited to play them.
Is it super quiet?
I can hear it. I don't know.
Okay, let me turn on my headphones because I'm like, I don't know how to make it louder, but it feels quiet. So let me. Hey, actually, as we're doing that, we'll wait a second. Let's react to this. Let's wait.
Okay.
Already had a rivalry. I already got that rivalry built up. Bro, I'm excited to play them. I never liked Detroit. I never liked them. Even when I was in Dallas, it's just always. It was just always a heavyweight fight every time they came in, and they kind of got our guys when I was injured last year, or the whole team was injured, and so I just think it's a funny way how things work. I'm excited to play them. I know they're excited, and it's going to go all 12 to 15 rounds. What do you think of trick plays?
All right, real quick before I go to you, King, on this. It was very quiet, but I got it. I had to lock in. I dialed in, but I heard what he said. But before we react to that, oh my goodness, he's here, man.
Oh,
hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, man. I'm having so many problems with the Ethernet situation out here, but it's all right. We'll figure it out. Hey, good to see you guys.
What's going on, man?
Dude. Oh my goodness, man! Dude. I was hyped to see you hop back there, dude. How you doing, man? What are you wearing? What
Yo, man. Oh well, it's an old JMO, obviously, because he changed his number. That son of a gun.
I love that.
God, bro, I don't understand what it is with these young guys, but they think they could change their number every other year, and it's driving me nuts.
They do
every time.
They do.
It's like Jahmyr Gibbs going to 0. I'm like, everybody across the league. I don't know. I'm like, own the number. Gibbs, 26. Make it yours. I don't know. Whatever. Hey, good to see you guys.
No, that's real, though. Because I actually do tend to like the first numbers. I like Okuda with the 30. I rock with that. I would like to see. I like the 26 for Gibbs. You don't need to change that.
Yeah.
I'm with that. I'm with the originals, man.
I can't believe you just said Okuda. Oh my God! Remember Jeff?
Well, hey, he's starting this weekend. He's starting against the Bears, so we gotta, you know what I mean?
Don't say that.
He's gonna make the Bears look better than they are.
Yeah, that's true. Woo!
Hey, look, man. This is Let's Talk Lions. If you don't know, you probably do. The back, hey, it looks great, man. It's very simplified. You know how they do those like interviews and documentaries, and it's like, why are they just sitting in front of a black wall? That's the vibe I'm getting right here. And I like it.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's been fun because so we finally got a house, and with that, I have a garage. So the garage have created a studio, and there's enough space out here, which is really good. Yeah, so it's been a blast to people because now I can have people actually in person on the show. That's huge.
Right. Yeah. And
I'm
about to be the same. This is probably the last time you'll see this background. I'm moving too. So
hey, let's go, dude.
Me too, man.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
You ain't moving nowhere, man. But
no, all right. Wait a minute. Let's go back for a second because I don't know if you heard the video. It was hard to hear, but King, explain what you didn't. What fired you about that video? I'm curious.
It was just the fact that, first of all, the Cowboys and the Lions had somewhat of a rivalry. Fine, I'll let you have that. you didn't have to just point out I never liked Detroit. Like you didn't have to do that, bro. You really didn't. We kicked your ass. You didn't have to do that, man. So like I said, it's now you put pressure on your entire team because now the Detroit Lions are about to try to come after you. Yeah, we were going to get after you anyway, but now it's different. It's a whole different because the Detroit Lions, whether they say it or not, they play these clips in the locker room. They're going to try to destroy the Packers on Sunday.
And that game was like Micah didn't play, so fair. He didn't play that game. And I think it meant a lot for him. But also that was the game that we lost Hutch, man. That was the game that the heart broke in that game, man. We were dominating them, and it was the most fun thing in the world. And then it was just like, I don't care that we won anymore, like immediately. So for that reason alone, I know Hutch is going to be after it. I want to go to you. Let's Talk Lions. I want to go to you on that because the whole Micah to the Packers. I mean, what do you think about the whole thing?
Yeah, dude. So like for me, and I put out a video about it earlier this week where I'm like, I'm not worried about week one. Longevity wise, I hate that. I hate that he went to it. But I'm really like, I'm more pissed at Jerry Jones being like, hey, we're gonna ship you to an in-conference rival. They ship him out to Green Bay, and you're like, what are you doing? Like, it just didn't make a lot of sense to me. But yeah, man, I'm like, okay, Micah Parsons, have fun, dude. Like, have fun. We're gonna see him anyways, pretty much every year, like, or at least like we're seeing him this year. We saw him 2 years ago, like you said, we didn't see him because of the injury. But to me, it's like whatever. I think the Lions are built for this. I think the Lions are built for the tough schedule. Everybody's talking about a tough schedule, and I'm like, this is what we're made of, and this is what we're made for. So bring it on, Micah Parsons. Now, is he on a pitch count? Do you guys know?
With that type of injury, most definitely, even if they say it or not, you're on a pitch count, man. Anything dealing with your lumbar like that, you got to be careful.
So is it accurate with him and the epidural? Is that also happening? Because like I've seen these articles, but I'm like, I don't really know what exactly is true or not. Do you guys know if he's getting that epidural for this?
I haven't had a chance to verify it.
Yeah.
It's in the clouds right now.
So the Packers guy was saying that it's not that exactly, that it's something else that they're having him get because it's like it fits his injury or something different. I'll be honest, I have no idea. Once he started talking about that, no disrespect, I didn't know what he was talking about. Like he lost me. I have no idea what he was talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, this is like some, doctor stuff. I have no clue what you're talking about. Right. But that said, I would expect this guy's got to be on a pitch count. I would expect it. Just he didn't practice it on training camp. And I would assume everything's going towards every pass down, dude. You're on the field. Outside of that, we got guys that can handle business. You know what though makes me think of King when seeing that video? Like Micah has all these podcast stuff. That dude, he yaps a little bit. Micah Parsons talks a little bit. So it's like, I think it's just one of those things where it's like just talking to talk a little bit. Like this is just kind of just noise. And I got no issue with him being fired up. Like there was no doubt in my mind that last year the Lions took that personal against the Cowboys. Like they rubbed it in a little bit. Like, man, we're gonna drop 47 on these dudes.
Yeah,
Wind is gonna beat them.
You're going a little bit robotic.
I sound like a robot. Oh my goodness. All right.
Yeah,
hold
for
on.
a second.
All right, hold it down, King. Let me switch my stuff.
No, but what I was gonna say is, it was some things after he got traded. It was some things that came out from some of the veterans on that team over there, and they was talking about his podcast and how he seems to pay more attention to that podcast than actually being engaged with what the team is doing. So, he's always had a big mouth, man. Always had a big mouth. He's always got a lot to say. His dad has always got a lot to say. It's just their personality. And like I said, it's going to bite him in the behind. You don't want to motivate a team, man. And that's exactly what he did in that video because he didn't have to do that. So I'm glad he did it. Yeah. I am very, very happy he did it. I can't wait to see, Sewell or whoever he faces or go up against. I cannot wait to see what happens.
Yeah, dude. And it's funny. So like I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, Hutch didn't even get to play against Green Bay at all last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think there's this adrenaline shot for Green Bay. I think there's this adrenaline shot for their fans and for everybody out there. But at the same time, I'm like, I look at the adrenaline shot of Hutchinson is back for the first time And that to me is so. It's the equivalent. I'm like, okay, sweet, you got Micah, that's great, but we got Hutch back, and don't get me wrong, Micah's a top 5 defensive player, like he's top tier, but Hutch was on pace for one of the to me defensive player of the year last year.
Yes. You're right.
So like, talk about an adrenaline shot. Let's go.
You're exactly right, man. And they don't talk about that enough. You know, the Green Bay Packers got Parsons. Now you got everybody just tossing the Lions in the garbage because they never really wanted to cheer for us in the first place. Let's just be honest about it. A lot of those players never really liked the Lions. So now they have their opportunity. And we have Hutch, who was definitely going to be defensive player of the year last year. And he's not injured like Parsons. You know what I'm saying? So that's the bigger news flash for a real football fan is, hey, man, Hutch is returning. You know, they're talking about Parsons, but the Packers got to deal with Hutch, man.
Yep. Absolutely.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. You
I'm good.
You came back in.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah.
Are you serious?
All right. Crisp.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. Maybe I shouldn't have clicked anything then. I was assuming I was bad. I was like, I got to fix something still. No, I'm good. All right.
Yeah, you're good.
No, bro, you sound great.
Come on, man. Let's need a little reload. Okay, I see. Okay, so look, man, let's dive into this game a little bit because I don't know what to say, honestly, but this one's going to be great. This is going to be great. Last time we played this team, there were so many differences last time we played the Packers health-wise. I mean, just seeing it back, I didn't realize how many guys were missing on the D-line. Hutch wasn't there, of course. Davenport wasn't there. Aleem was there, which was nice. Linebackers were beat up. Taylor Decker didn't play in that game, so Dan Skipper was holding it down. So I think that's one of those things, too, where it's like, okay, they add Micah and they have Gary. They got 2 great edge rushers, but we didn't have Decker. So it was kind of like they had Gary, we had Sewell, we had Skipper. So it changed a lot of things. That whole matchup's going to look different.
Okay.
It was all over the place last time we played this team. So I guess we could start there first with the Lions D-line because the Packers O-line, to me, I was surprised a little bit. I thought we were pretty successful for what it was, but there was a drive, and it was like right before half where Green Bay, they basically ran the ball every play. It looked like watching the Lions offense. They're like, we're going to run the ball every play, and they had a success, about 5 yards of pop with Jacobs, till all of a sudden they had a holding, they had to move back, they ended up scoring that drive anyway, but they leaned into that, and I still think that's who the Packers are at heart. They want that to be the case. So I asked both of you, like, where is your confidence level that if the Packers are like, we're playing through Josh Jacobs, the Lions can stop that? They can deal with that without having to send a whole bunch of extra bodies.
Yeah,
I mean, great question.
Go ahead, let's talk.
Go for it, King. Go for it, King.
No,
you take it, man. You take it.
I was gonna say, just based off of what the Detroit Lions do, man. The personnel is one thing. Yeah, we don't have a limit in the middle, but the personnel is one thing. I think the guys that we got feel right in, and they'll be able to keep him from running wild on us. Like I said, they got some youth in the receiving core over there too. So, like I said, it's when I'm looking at the offense overall and what they have as far as offensive linemen versus our D line, I'm a little bit safe with what the Detroit Lions can scheme up to try to keep Jacobs under control. Obviously, that's going to be the number one priority because I'm not a believer in Love. Love is, to me, a mediocre quarterback that got paid some money.
But he got paid, King. Isn't he the best?
To me, that's
Come
just
on.
what he is to me. That's what he is.
I'm kidding. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I think we're going to scheme up something good enough, man. And I think the focus is going to be stopping the run. And if anybody's going to have to beat us, it's going to have to be Love's arm, not the run game.
Yep, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. And
I like that.
I was just gonna say, it makes me wonder because I just know, like, here's the balance, and I'll go to you, Lex Talk Lines. I want to go to you because I want to get your thoughts on that. Here's my balance: is I know the Packers based on how they play with Love because he does have a big arm, and they seem to really lean into that. And I just get the sense that with all this momentum, they're at home. I think from jump they're taking shots. I think maybe the first play of the game they take a shot over the top, like they're gonna try to make a big play. That's what's gonna happen immediately. So let's assume the Lions can settle that.
Yeah.
They're going to have to still play for that. So if they have, everybody's going to have to match up if they're not putting two back there deep. So because of that reason, they're going to have to typically have less bodies allocated to the run. And I think at last year, because of how decimated we were, the balance was tricky for the Lions to find. Whereas like you kind of have to play your own battles here. you may have to give up one or the other because not a lot of guys are winning up front. And the Packers invested in their O-line. They believe in that. They think it's one of the best in football. I don't think it is, but they think it is. So where are you at? I mean, where's your confidence? You watched you saw Tyreek play. Did you think he was awesome in that game? Were you like, this guy's ready to go? Where's your confidence level across the board right now with where they're at week 1?
I mean, first of all, you're hyping me up so much. Like
Okay.
I am so ready for football now. Like you've done it. And really, and you know what I think you're pointing back to, was it 2 years ago that we played them on Thanksgiving and they opened up the game with that deep shot within that first drive they threw. Love threw a bomb. And so I'm like, that is something to definitely be aware of, because like with King, what you're saying, Josh Jacobs, and I know you're asking about Tyreek, but when I look at Josh Jacobs, he put up 1,300 yards last year. I think 15 TDs but he had like 300 some odd carries, right? So he had 50 more carries than Gibbs, puts up 1,300 yards. And with that, Jacobs was kind of under the radar. So many people are focused on Saquon, Derrick Henry, and Jahmyr Gibbs that Josh Jacobs was a heck of a running back, and he did some great stuff. But I do believe that our linebacker core, our big boys up front, will take care of that. And you get Brian Branch coming down. Oh my God. I want to see 2 middle fingers to the sky, and they don't eject him this game. I might get that tattooed on my body. I'm not kidding. That was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. My wife would hate it, but it was amazing. So man, confidence level, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I totally agree. I was gonna say I hope they come out and try to take some shots, because I'm just to say the names: Terrion Arnold, Reed, Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch.
Oh!
I want you to try
Keep going,
it.
King.
I want you to try it. Is what, from what I've seen in the camp leading all the way up until now, I want you to try it.
Yep.
Please try it. And watch Kirby Joseph take it to the house. Just please. Mm-hmm. You got a motivated Brian Branch back there, somebody that got left off the top 100. All these guys got little chips on their shoulders, man. Like I said, that secondary is there. They're going to be ready for Green Bay. They are going to be ready for Green Bay. And like I said, with Jacobs, and one of the reasons why Jacobs didn't get as much acknowledgement like he, a lot of people think he should have, me, myself, just not a lot of 100-yard games out of him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of 60-yard games, 70-yard games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, got a lot of touchdowns or whatever when they got in the red zone, but just not enough explosive plays or a lot of rushing yards in individual games. So that's probably why a lot of people didn't talk about him as much, because, guys like Saquon and Gibbs is home run guys. So
yes.
But yeah, like I said, he's definitely a hard runner, and he's something that you have to deal with. And I think the Detroit Lions will find a type of way to scheme up something to deal with them. And it's going to be a tough day for Love, man. I just hope he has enough. I don't hope he has enough time. Let's see if he has enough time to throw those deep balls. Let's see if Davenport and Hutch can't get to him fast enough.
I'm telling you, man.
Okay, how do you guys feel about Davenport?
Uh-oh.
Health. That's all. He's a dog. He's always been a dog. Always. He's talented. Yeah. He's very talented. He's very athletic. Very long arms. He can get the job done. Availability. That's my only thing with him is just availability. And to hear Dan Campbell, go on the podcast and be like, we're good with the depth. I'm okay. I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm good because you said you're good. I'm gonna hold you to it. Yeah. Now, if this man gets injured, my God, there's going to be people outside of Allen Park with pitchforks and fire torches because you said we're good and we don't need nobody like Darius Smith, which you didn't have to say on the podcast. I really wish they would keep coaches off the podcast, but you really didn't have to say it like that, because now Zadarius and his girlfriend responded on social media and they kind of took it a certain way, which I think it was kind of taken out of context. I don't think he was saying that they didn't want Zadarius. I just think he said we had enough depth right now. So if we sign them, fine. But if we don't, we don't need to sign them right now. We needed to sign him last year because of what happened.
Yep.
We don't need to sign him this year. So that's where Dan is, with the situation. If you feel comfortable with what we got, fine. I'll leave it alone.
And it's like those are the dudes we're going to war with. So
Yeah.
the Zarius is an idea. Those guys are we need you. So build those guys up because we need them. And we need them because Green Bay is going to be very heavy. That's the thing about Green Bay that is it's very flashy. They added Golden, so they feel flashy. But man, they got some old school to them, and they got like a unique old school to them with LaFleur. But it's like the amount of like two running backs and stuff that they do is like wild. It's like who does this in the NFL? They feel so unique from that just play style in general. But to flip it to the Lions offensive side, because I know me and King have talked about this for a while with Isaac Tesla, and we kind of just watched him grow through the preseason. It's like, oh, this guy, I guess we can't keep him off the field. So I want to go to you.
Yeah.
Let's start. Like, what are we at with Tesla? How fast do you think we see him be productive? Do we think we see him this week? Any production? Thoughts on him through the preseason? All of it.
Yeah, dude. So Tesla's the guy where I remember when we got him, and after that first preseason game, I was just like, yo, just so everybody knows, by week 9, somewhere between weeks 4 and 9, Tim Patrick's job is lost. I said he's wide receiver 3. Like what you were watching out of this kid, the way he blocked, the way he got up and used his hands for I couldn't believe it. Watching him play, there was just something so special about it. And so like looking at him, I was like, man, by week 9, Tim Patrick, you're done. Your job's gone. And then it didn't even take that. I mean, poor Timmy P, he's out of here. He's got those old 31-year-old knees. So like with Tesla, I mean, you look at him and you look at his speed and his size, everything about him, I'm amped. I don't think he's getting a lot of touches. He might get like 2 targets, 3 targets, a game here, game there. But I think somebody who's underrated that we're forgetting about is Khalif Raymond, the Swiss Army knife. And as much as I love Tesla and what he's going to do, and I think he's going to pop off, Khalif is this guy who's just like, he's sitting at a slow boil. He's sitting at a slow boil that on the punt returns, he's phenomenal. And I cannot wait to see us hit, because when we hit him, he's dependable every single time. So who's Tesla going to be against, actual first team DBs and such? That'll be fun. That'll be fun to watch. But I'm mostly excited for Khalif. That's my boy right there.
I like that. Little Khalif love. Khalif deserves some love after camp, man. The whole training camp, he was a dog. And it's like, and he's always a dog against the Packers, it feels like. He's always come through against this team.
They always sneak a big play in there for him somehow. So I hope they do that.
Yeah, and it's okay, so I want to go to this, just kind of go around because we're talking about this game specifically. Anything that it may be, King, I want to start with you. Just give me a key. Something that could swing the game, something you're like, this is what we're going to take advantage of because they're weak here, we're good here. Opposite, whatever it is. Give me a key to the game in your eyes.
Key to the game, Detroit Lions. Key to the game, I would say, is control the big play.
Wrong. All right, let's talk Lions. Go ahead.
Wait, what?
Control the big play, man. I that's just don't let the Packers get big plays on you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if they got to lean heavy on Jacobs, fine, whatever. But the big plays down the field can't happen. We can't be that team anymore. We're not injured. We're healthy. Yeah. We can't be that team allowing these guys to get down the field and kill us like that. And I need our linebackers to make sure that they keep things in check, because I think they're going to try to tight end us to death too. So, like I said, I just keep everything in check. Do no big plays down the field. Make them work for it. You're in their house. Make them work for it.
Like that. That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one, King. That was right. I actually like that one. Let's talk Lions. What you got?
Oh man, I think there's so many things in this game, and like there's so many I want to pick from. The easy answer would be O-line, specifically. I think Ratledge, Mahogany. These two guys, because I trust Graham Glasgow. He's not right now, and I'm not going to pretend he is. But I trust him. He's a 10-year vet. I've seen what he can do. I've seen him back up for Rag now. To me, it's the newbie, and honestly, kind of another newbie. He's basically a rookie as well when you're looking at him and his starts and reps. And so I think, but between Mahogany and Ratledge, what can those two guys do? Thank God they have anchors on the side of them that are stalwarts between Decker and Penne. So I'm like, that's amazing, but it's these two guards. How do the guards handle it? I trust Glasgow, I trust Penne, and I trust Decker. So it's really those two. But if I can pick another one, everybody all summer's been talking about all the coordinators. Everything I have seen has been about the coordinators. But I'm like, are people forgetting that Dan Campbell's still running the ship? Are they forgetting that he is still the man in charge? I want to see. I want to go for it 4th and 6th. I don't even care. I want him to put it to Green Bay in a situation where they're sitting there and every fan knows. They go, that son of a. He's gonna say go for it. They shouldn't go for it, and we do, and we succeed. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Let me just add to that just a little bit right quick, because that I've been seeing that on media all week about the coordinators.
Yeah.
This is not a situation where we're bringing in new coordinators. These are familiars. So our game plan and our mindset shouldn't be that drastically different. Yeah. Ben Johnson called a lot of trick plays. Fine. It's not like John Morton is a new face around here. And then you have, Coach Shep, who's literally right up under Aaron Glenn. Yes, he's going to bring the same type of aggressiveness. And like I said before, even according to the players, he may be a little bit more aggressive. But it's going to be generally the same type of attitude, the same type of personality as a football team out there. It's not some huge drop-off with a total whole wash of a new offense and a new defense. It's not that. So when media says that, every time they say that, I just cringe, man. It drives me crazy.
And I don't forget the way that we acquire, like the way that we acquired these two new guys is basically the same way that we acquired Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson. It's very similar.
And Ben Johnson,
very, very similar. It's like so there's no real guarantee, just because it's like people will make it sound as if, if we go to a different place, that's going to hit. But if you go inside, that won't, or vice versa. It's like, well, there's no guarantee you're going to hit just because you follow some certain path. But because it's hard to find good coaches, right? That's difficult. But one thing that we can bank on is what we have proven over years is Dan Campbell. Like if there's one consistent that we can bank on, it's Campbell called plays first year. Campbell fired Anthony Lynn. Campbell fired his DB coach, and our DB got better. And Dan Campbell's done this with Miami. Like I think that's the forgotten part is when he was the interim head coach, he fired his OC after a few games of being the interim head coach because he's like, this is not how I want the offense to look. So regardless of like he's the mastermind or whatever, like who cares? He's the philosophy guy, right? He understands what it's got to be. And then the coordinators have their own little wrinkles, right? They do their thing. What I like about what you said, King, is the trick play, or whoever's brought the trick plays. One of you brought the trick plays, and I think that was you, King. I like that because I think the idea behind trick plays is if we like the idea behind trick plays, people is like if you design a trick play and you just do it, it's gonna work. It's like, no, it has to make sense for what you're still getting defensively. You still have to project what look you're going to get, because if I just call any trick play versus anything, it doesn't guarantee it's going to hit. So you still have to have the guy behind it that can still understand the tendency of what the look's going to be. That way we can make it work. And I always go back to the Chicago one, because like if we don't get the right coverage in the back end, the fake fumble kind of deal doesn't work, but it works because they got the look they were expecting. And if John Morton's that grinder that we think he is, or what they tell us that he is, he's going to be fine. All these guys do it. They know what's coming. You know what I mean? They'll be prepared. All these little assistants and stuff. All right, I want to give a key, and I want to go to a player. So think on a player. Give me a player that's going to be a key to this game. One key that I'm looking for, though, third down offense. This kind of piggybacks on what both you said, right? You said offensive line. Third down offense for me, because when we play Green Bay, I think one thing is personnel-wise, we can look at Green Bay and say, hey, at corner, they're not great, right? On paper, they're not great there, but their safeties are good. They're nice there. They definitely have the pressure pieces, so Micah changes things dramatically this year. But I look at that because they get very creative, and they're one of these teams that get very creative on third down. And we know the Lions, as brought up, like they'll run the ball on third down. They'll run it on third down. They'll go outside of the box because they also know they can go for it on fourth down. So they get a lot of things at their disposal. I think that's going to be the key down, though, because of the lead up to it, but also what's the answer for Goff in those spots, right? We have to have a good answer. And I think sometimes it will be 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5, like King was saying, it's going to be running the football. I think sometimes it'll be the answer. I'm also focused on the running backs there for pass protection, because I know they're going to be bringing it. I expect them to be bringing it. So, like, overall, just the whole third down plan, which I thought gave us some problems last time we played Green Bay, and that seems to be their spot where they kind of feel like they can take advantage of the Lions because that's their best chance to take the run game out of it, where it's like, we don't have to worry about this. That's the problem with Lions. We cannot worry about this. Then all of a sudden they start to get crafty in the back end, and that's when you get Goff to hold the ball. So third down offense, just having a good plan. And I'm actually really excited for this because if there's one knock for me with Ben, I thought consistently any team that would show one look on third and constantly go to two deep on third, I thought it gave us so much problems all the time. We never felt like we had a good answer for it. I'm wondering if we get something from John Morton where it's like, oh, he's got his own little wrinkle. He's got something for this. Maybe it's just a better way of identifying it. Maybe it's just an anticipation. We're going to get this even though they're not showing it, and we're going to have an answer for it. So that for me is the key. Let's talk Lions. I'm going to bounce back to you. We'll wrap it back around. Give me a key player in this game. Good, bad, whatever.
Man, I mean, I think it's Hutchinson, and I simply think that, like I was telling King at one point, I'm like, he's the adrenaline shot. He is the juice, sack or not. But could you imagine Hutchinson acquiring a sack this game and the way we will erupt as a fan base, but also as a team rallying around him, seeing that, like the QB pressures, if he gets QB hits, anything that he does, and we know who he is, we've heard everything we've heard out of training camp with the Hutch rules and these things, like, and even if he doesn't get a sack, the amount of pressure that he's going to bring, what does that open up for Davenport? What does that open up for the other guys? I think Hutchinson is this beautiful moment where it's like, okay, Green Bay, yeah, you got Micah Parsons, but we don't need him because we got a Hutch. And that's why I look at him and I'm like, he's my key player. He's the guy that I want to see because he's going to bring the life force.
I love that.
Great answer, man.
Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I put a bet down on on a sack or two.
I was just about to say because that's the exact player I was gonna pick. I'm gonna pick somebody else, but I just want to say on Hutch.
Pick him again.
Yeah,
pick him again.
Like I said, it's if you're gonna bet anything, if there's a bet, some type of on whatever you betting on, if it's anything about sacks, I guarantee you, the player that I saw, because I've been following this man since the very first day he got to Michigan. The player that I saw in training camp is even better than I saw last year. He's better. I'm telling you guys, he is better.
Keep talking.
He's going to get a sack. I guarantee you at least one sack is going to happen. Bro, you're not going to keep Hutch out of the backfield the entire game. That's not going to happen. He's going to get a sack. But since you picked Hutch, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go with Jahmyr Gibbs.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with Jahmyr Gibbs. I think the Lions are going to try to crush, that little bit of a middle gap that should be available. And I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to try to get off this game. I really do. They're still going to split carries, but this is Jahmyr's year. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that. And I think this is where he's going to establish himself as official, flat out RB1. You know what I'm saying? This is his time. I think they're going to run that ball behind those two athletic beasts on that right side, man, and try to get some holes open for him so he can just show off, man. I really do.
King,
like I said,
do you feel like Montgomery is going to get less touches this year? Sorry to cut you off, but I'm just wondering, like, what you're thinking.
Not necessarily. I just think I think he's going to get less, but not a significant amount. I just think.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Gibbs is going to be featured more. And it's not just in the run game. I think Gibbs is not only Gibbs, but Montgomery too. I think they are legit actually going to get some passes out the backfield. I think that's actually going to happen. Gibbs catching the ball out in open space is the most dangerous thing I ever saw. And I constantly said, Ben Johnson, would y'all throw this man the ball? Throw him the ball.
Facts.
Man, the first person is never going to tackle this man. Get him out of space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I think Gibbs is going to be plus he's on my fantasy. I need him to get off. But
Oh, okay. You guys
yeah,
Okay.
man, if you see my fantasy team, you will swear I'm a Lions lifer.
That's
but
my boy.
yeah,
That's my boy.
yeah, man. I'm banking on
You just
Gibbs,
drafted
man.
all Lions. There's literally not
Yeah.
another guy.
I am dead serious. It's not all Lions, but it's majority Lions. But
That's crazy.
That's
I
how
just
you do
think
fantasy.
right. I
Yes.
just think Gibbs is gonna have a heck of a game, man, and is gonna open everything up for my big guy of the year in J-Mo. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take some shots
Man,
down the field eventually because I think J-Mo is going to be on an absolute another level this season. I think he's going to be almost unguardable. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting, but I think they're going to start out with Gibbs.
because you look at what Ben Johnson, I felt like he tried to be so artistic. He tried. Oh my God!
I got Henderson and Hutchinson, man. Like
You got defensive players?
yes.
How'd you pull that off? What game are you playing, King?
What is that?
It's ESPN Fantasy. They got a new little setting now where you can put the defensive players on there too. So I got Kirby Joseph too.
Oh,
What?
That's smart. That's a good
What?
one.
Nah.
Okay, just
I've
real
never
quick.
heard of that.
Well, let me just rattle off my starters for the week. Of course, Goff is at quarterback, right? I got Gibbs.
Obviously.
I got Walker from the Seahawks as the second running back. I got Montgomery as a flex guy. I got J-Mo Higgins. I got Hockenson. The reason why I got Hockenson is because
we get it, King.
I think he's going to be a safety blanket for JJ McCarthy. I'm a follower of JJ McCarthy. I think he's going to try to tight end somebody to death because I don't know if he's ready to throw the ball down the field consistently yet. So I expect Hockenson to have a decent game. I tried to get Laporta, but somebody snatched him. Jake Bates, Hutchinson, Henderson, Al Shayer from Houston, Jack Campbell, Reed, Kirby Joseph. Like, man, I'm ready to go.
Wow.
You got DJ Reed?
Yes.
What game are you playing?
Wow. That's incredible.
Man. I didn't know fantasy did that. That's awesome. All right.
I didn't either.
Gotta figure that out. All right, we got to talk about this more later. But okay. Also, I think the good element to what you said, King, too, is Decker back. I feel like is super underrated to all of this.
Healthy.
Yes, it's like last time we played them, so much of the run game felt like, hey, we're going right, and it's like, okay, I get it to an extent, but it's like Mahogany's playing right guard because we were injured, so he wasn't playing left guard, so he's playing right guard. He's going next to Sewell, and it makes sense. But at some point, you're like, man, every run feels like it's going right. Like we're just not running towards Skipper, and then we did. It's like holding. That's the problem. You put Decker in there, and now it balances it. Obviously, Mahogany's be next to him. That's a good balance between the two. So at worst, it feels like it should balance out. Like there is no expectation for where it's going. And I like what you said because if there's a weakness, I think of Green Bay's DBs for sure. I don't think they tackle that well. So like I'm looking at Gibbs, like just make them tackle people. Our DBs tackle well. We assume every team does. I don't think that they do. So I think that's a sneaky little advantage. I'll go this. This is the player I'm gonna go Sam Laporta. The more I've thought about this, the more I think you guys are firing these up. I like it. The more I think about this, the more I'm thinking Laporta's gonna eat. All right. I think he's gonna eat. I think anytime we get inside the 30, he's gonna get the ball a lot. Because for me, like this, the linebacker room they have is very athletic. They're long, Quinn Walker, Cooper, all these long guys, but they play a lot of zone. And I don't think they feel comfortable putting any of those guys one-on-one with Laporta, one-on-one with Gibbs. Like I think they're scared to death of that because they know that's a problem. So they sit in his own all the time. And the guy that Goff constantly just feeds there is Sam Laporta. He's the big body. He's going to trust him. He'll throw. I feel like Laporta is one of those guys that Goff will throw it. Maybe the only other guy would be St. Brown that he's willing to throw that tight of a window throw to. Like it can be and he'll still put it up to Laporta just because of size. Like that touchdown he threw in the back of the end zone to Washington, that was just one where it was like, just go get it. I just trust him. I'll just throw it out there. He has that kind of.
That was crazy.
Yeah, like that's not a pass. I don't think he's throwing that to J-Mo. I don't know he's throwing it to J-Mo. I don't know he's throwing it to most of our guys, but he's throwing it to Laporta. And I just think against the Packers with the way that they play and them not wanting to get manned up in those spots and just trying to bracket everything as soon as we get inside there, the one guy that should eat by size alone is Laporta. And then if they don't tackle well, then you just get it to him and let him run because he'll do that too. So I think that's going to be – and plus, if they're going all this heavy personnel, he's got to be on the field anyway. So he's going to be out there all the time. So anytime you need him, you can go to him. That's mine. I guess we can start to kind of transition into our score predictions here. But, King, if you don't mind, I want to ask Let's Talk Lions one quick question just because I haven't talked to him. I haven't talked to him since the draft, so I don't think I don't know when's the last time I talked to you about the Lions. NFL
Bro, it's been a
draft.
minute.
Thoughts on the NFL draft, man? Like the picks that we made. Who are you excited about? Maybe free agency, like DJ. Like, what are you fired up about the new additions to this?
Yeah. So it's interesting. Like every year, the draft under Brad Holmes has kind of always thrown me for a loop. Where at first I'm always it feels like you get a little punch to the head, and you're trying to like assess the situation. And every time by day 2, I'm always like, okay, hold on a second. Like halfway through day 2, we get a pick, maybe 2, depending on what year it was. You're like, I trust this man with my life. Hell, I'll give him my social security number. Like that, but for some reason, day 1, I'm always like, "What did you do?" Other than Terry on Arnold, obviously, but or Panay, really. Honestly, Hutch and then J-Mo. What am I saying? What am I talking? No, bro, I loved it. Like
it was the Gibbs pick. It was the Gibbs pick. We know what you're talking.
It was let's be honest. It was Jack Campbell. Like that coming in, I was like, "Whoa, what are we doing?" That was the year. But overall, at first, I was like, listen, man, this team is being built out. It has been built out in the trenches, and it will be built out in the trenches. You can acquire the sexy guys, the picks at any point. You can get the J-Mos. You can get the St. Browns. You can get these guys early. I look at the Packers going for Golden, and I'm like, fine. I want to get the Sewells. I want to get the guys who literally change the game, which is why I respect Green Bay going out and getting Micah Parsons. You're getting a first-round draft pick. Sure, you're giving up 2, but you're really using one of them to go get Micah, and I can respect that. So that's where when I looked at the draft as a whole, I'm like, man, I trust Brad Holmes. I trust him with everything. And Tyreek, and then they obviously had to know about Ragnow. They had to know, so the acquiring of Tate Ratledge just made sense. Moving up to get Tesla, I love, because look at where we are now. So all in all, I mean, the only real misses I've seen in the draft are Broderick Martin and Hendon Hooker, 2 third-round picks. So, yeah, man, it's like I've been hyped. I just can't. It took forever to get here. It feels like it took forever to get here. Since that Washington game, I feel like I've been in a drunken stupor. And I'm finally sober. I'm like, all right, like, let's go.
I'm glad you said that, man, because it kind of points out how talented Brad Holmes is when it comes to picking O-line talent. Because none of these guys, he doesn't pick O-linemen from college based off of the position that they play. He picks them based off of what he believes they can play. Like I said, you look at Graham Glasgow, you look at Mahogany, you look at Panay Sewell was a left tackle who played right tackle.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So they knew that Ratledge could step in and be a guy that can step up and be ready to go day 1. So got to give credit to Brad Holmes for that.
I like that. Yeah, Brad definitely does not fall into the production of college. It's the player. It's the person. It's the player. It's the skill set. It's not the production. We saw that with Tesla pick. That's a good point. Okay, so I guess from there, we can start to kind of wrap this thing together. We'll go score predictions. I think we're gonna. I'm wondering, we gonna get the Packers in here. I don't know. Let's talk line. I don't know what he's been up to. You guys know it's been 200. They said it's been 207 days since the Super Bowl, which is mind blowing. I didn't realize there was that big of a break between the regular season, and that's nuts. It's been a long time, man. Over 200 days. It's like 230 since we last played. So it's good to be back. We got to start it off the right way. It's nuts. I'll jump it off. I think we're gonna handle business, but I think mine's unique in the sense that I don't think there's going to be as much scoring. I think this game is going to start off with fireworks. I think whoever gets the ball first will probably score. I think Packers are going deep first play they get it, or the first 2 plays. But I think it's going to settle in because everything we talk about, I think it's always going to come back to who can run the football, especially early, because Lions were kind of sluggish last year to start. Hopefully that's not the case this year, but they were a little bit. And I think the Packers are going to do everything they can to let Jacobs eat with that O-line. They're trying to show it off and play through that. So for that reason, I think it's 23. I started with 14, but I'm going to go 23-17. Lions get the win.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You're really thinking the defense shows up.
I think it's going to be a defensive game. I love our defense this year. I'm very excited for our defense. And I think their defense
they're healthy.
is going to be legit too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have threw that in there. There was no need to gas up the Packers. But yeah, I like our defense. I'm very excited about our defense.
That's crazy that you said that, man. My prediction was 24-17.
Okay, yeah.
That's where I was going to go. 24-17.
Right there.
Yeah, Packers 2 touchdowns in the field goal. Lions definitely scoring more than 2 touchdowns. I just find it very, very hard to believe that you're going to stop the amount of talent that the Detroit Lions have as far as the veterancy and the improvement from the guys who were young that are now veterans. It's hard for me to see the Packers stopping them from scoring at least 3 touchdowns.
So y'all gotta, if y'all didn't know, me and King have done the previews for like a while now, just usually on our channels.
Wow.
King typically takes my scores and then he just adds a point to it to make it more
That's right.
interesting. So that's
Right. That's right.
I like it. Let's talk Lions. What do you got?
Bro, I just don't see us losing this game. And some people look at that and they're like, you're an idiot, you're a slappy, you're this or that. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm all those things. I don't care. Listen, dude, we're winning this game 27-21. And I think that we kind of expose Green Bay because everybody's so high on them. Everybody, I don't understand. Maybe it's not they're high on Green Bay. Everybody's so low on Detroit, all because we lost our coordinators. And I'm like, I just don't think that's the case. And I think we come out and we punch them in the mouth and we put up 27. And they make it look good, but it's 27-21, Lions win.
So we're missing an extra point? Is that what that is? Or
Yes, it's literally we're missing an extra point.
Oh.
Watching in the preseason, there were a couple kicks that I saw go whoop, like they were like too close, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh boy,
Well,
I don't like that. So it's funny. While King was talking, I was like, yeah, okay, we're gonna miss one extra point. So there it is.
That's great. All right, man. Well, I guess, and real quick, unless y'all got something, my thought is, and me and King talked about this, I think that's JaMarco Jones. Me and King, I think we're kind of on the same page with that one.
They were very, very impressed with him. Yeah.
Yes, they
So
were.
that makes sense. That makes sense. And Dan's still here. Dan's still a guy. We got him.
Praise
He's in the
God.
back pocket if we need it. It's good. It's like
And we need it.
Yeah, we probably will. Yeah, we probably
Yeah.
will. You know what? I wonder, will he be elevated this week? We think. I wonder if he'll be elevated week 1.
We're gonna elevate him for Dallas. Maybe I don't know about that.
Just for Dallas.
Who did
Just
we
for
let go
Dallas,
today?
for sure.
Did we let
Yeah.
Ukwu go
Did
today?
we let somebody go?
Let someone go for Beathard.
Ukwu.
Oh, I missed that.
Yep, it was Ukwu.
Yeah, we got all those young guys coming in, man. The Andre Carters. We got some dogs coming in. We got to make some room.
Wow.
Yeah. We'll get him back. You know, some of these guys, they're meant to be Lions. They're not going anywhere.
What Brad is doing is smart. Actually, what he's doing is smart. He's going to get these guys who are talented, and he's putting them with guys who are established and star guys that we have on this team, which is going to make them play even better. So he's smart.
Yeah.
Man. Very
So you mean
smart
in the
about what
practice
he's doing.
squad? Like a mix between vets and young guys? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, man.
Or you mean as
Yeah.
like a whole?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. It's a depth thing, man. This type of season haul we getting ready to go for, you have to have that type of depth. You just have to.
Yeah.
That
Especially after
schedule,
last year.
even though we did the schedule, 2 days ago, and we gave it a lot of candy and Kool-Aid, man, it's a tough schedule, and you got to be ready for the haul, man, because it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
And we got a late bye week too, which I like because it gives guys opportunity to cover. I hate early bye weeks, but man, it's a haul. That schedule before the bye week is craziness.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see some real movement, like as year goes on, like guys in and out, because they went after so many young guys that have just flashed. But to what you're saying, King, like you could have struck some with one of those guys, and if it's even to the point where it's a backup, you could have a future piece here because we were just kind of running it back with the same guys, but I think they took more swings and trying to get some upside here. Like, let's see if we can find something. That's why I like that they weren't holding to. We got to keep 53. That was cool. That was cool. Well, with that, I guess we'll leave it there. Let's talk Lions, King. I'll start with you first. Let's talk Lions. Great to have you back. Let the people know where they can find it. So, are you posting these interviews? Because I watched your video about Tate and Graham. That was good. You had like the slick background going on and stuff. Are you posting these long form content that you're going to be making? Where can people find you?
You talking about me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's talk Lions, dude. Yeah, you can find me. Honestly, you can find me on YouTube. I'm also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I'm on every podcast Hey man, you got to go take your medicine. And I go, thank you very much, Dr. Google. Yeah. You can find me anywhere. YouTube, Let's Talk Lions. Life is good. Life is good. Long
Is that
form, sometimes at 30 minutes. I do a post game show. I actually I'm like this close to signing on the dotted line for a pretty big sponsorship this year. So like just waiting for that final email for me to sign it. So we're waiting. We're waiting.
That's what's up.
So that's
That's
exciting.
what's up, man.
Things are good.
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. All right.
And I don't know what
King,
happened, but I lost all your guys' audio. This is so
Okay,
good. So I'm watching Dose talk and I don't know what you're
All
saying.
right. Well, I'm gonna mute him. King, I thought that was on my end. I'm like, what's going on? Bro? Like, there's no way. And then his camera went black. It can't be on my end. That can't be on my end. This dude, I don't know what he's talking about. King, what do you got, man? And where can the people find you?
Obviously, find me at Everything
Let's
King
see.
on YouTube. I am on Twitter all the time. I will be creating a lot more. I am officially going to be off work for some months.
Oh,
So I'm gonna have a lot of time on my hands. So there's gonna be a lot of content coming. So make sure you guys
all right.
are subscribed and ready for that. And on this video, make sure you guys hit the like button and you share this video. Also, you can boost this video. So if some of you guys have the option, you can boost this video too. So that's a new option on YouTube to help this get out and help the outreach for this channel, man, because we're going to be on here all the time during the season. So I want you guys to be able to get this. This is not just going to be our first guest with Let's Talk Lions. It's going to be multiple guys just coming in and out. That's what the Roundtable is. So make sure you guys subscribe and share this content on your social media.
So there's a boost button. What does that do? Does that cost money?
It boosts you can hype the video. I think it's a hype
Oh.
button. Yeah, they call it hype. You can hype the video up for its outreach now as a fan to help the YouTuber out. So yeah, I just discovered that the other day. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah, is that thing any good? Does it work? Like
I don't know, but we're gonna test the theory.
Okay.
So, I like that. I saw the little like balloons and stuff. I was like, what is it talking about? So it's some like points. I'm not doing that. But maybe I should. Maybe. I'm not doing that guy. I need no balloons. All right. Well, wait. We got to wrap this up. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. We'll be live to recap the first game of the season. And I don't know. Maybe something pops up. I don't know. But Tuesday, that's the plan. Tuesday, same time, same place. Well, maybe a little bit later. And we're out of here, man. Shout out to Let's Talk Lions popping in. Hopefully we'll get to have him on as the season rolls along a little bit. And, talk some football and stuff, man. All right, we're out of here.